Well, guys, another school year is over for me. June 3rd, 2021 is the end of my sophomore high school year here. So I'm basically going to be talking about how the school year went in this video. I did not do this last year. You can actually look up MLG Squid School, and I think two other videos should pop up because I did one for 6th grade, which is 4 years old now, or very soon it's going to be 4 years old in like a week or two. And then I did one for 7th grade. I don't think I did one for 8th or 9th grade, though. I definitely didn't do one for 9th grade last year. I did a video earlier this year, well, it actually be in 2020, it's September 2020. I recommend actually watching that video, Face-to-Face School in 2020, where it's like, it was like within the first week of school, basically, it's me talking about how school went this year at the beginning of the year, and now I'm talking about how it went at the end of the year. So, basically, this year overall, I would say out of 10, it's not my least favorite year I've ever had. I think 7th grade was my least favorite. Last year was alright. 9th grade was alright. But then we obviously got off for 5 months, and it was extremely boring. And it was a boring time, honestly. So this summer isn't going to be nearly as long. It's only going to be like 3 months compared to basically double that last year. So last year we got out in March. Here we're getting out in June, of course. So overall, 6th grade is still my favorite school year ever, and then 8th grade, and then probably this year. So I want to talk about why this year was pretty good for me. And basically I kind of can just narrow it down to my classes. And obviously we still had to wear the masks in pretty much every single class. We still had to, I mean, they had desks in the cafeteria. We started out at this school year eating lunch in the gym and tables, so we couldn't actually use any of the gym before. At the very beginning of the year, we would have to, like, for the first month we would be eating in the gym, and then even though the cafeteria was right over there and there was nothing wrong with it, but then they put in a bunch of desks, the same exact desks that we sit at in classes in the cafeteria, and then we ate lunch in there, and that's what we ended up the school year doing. So overall, I mean, lunch wasn't that bad. Mentoring class was very boring this year. I mean, I had some friends in there, I suppose. Well, pretty much one friend, which is Beaston, so that was alright. Me and Beaston had, I think, let me count how many classes. Out of the 7 classes we have, mentoring included, which is mentoring shorter than everything else. It's right in the middle of the day before lunch. It's only a half hour compared to everything else is an hour. So I have Beaston in, or I had Beaston in 2nd, 3rd, and 6th hour, and mentoring. And then, of course, lunch, we sat together every day. So, but I want to talk about 1st hour here. So 1st hour was weightlifting here at the end of the year. It actually started January 25th is when I switched my 1st hour from robotics to advanced PE or weightlifting. And that, honestly, I can pinpoint why I enjoyed this year so much, simply to the weight room. Like, it was so enjoyable. The only problem afterwards is because I had Dawn Stacalosa Therese after that, and I had to wear the mask. I couldn't even lower it below my nose after I was sweating. You know, it could barely breathe after lifting, you know, after going in and deadlifting or squatting or benching. It's just like, couldn't breathe. You know, I do more in the weight room than everyone else in the room combined, so I think honestly I should at least be able to wear the mask. But I'm so glad that I'm out of her class now. Like, I'm so glad. I probably am gonna have her next year, but she took down her today, actually. She took down, because I'm recording this on June 3rd, the day we got out of school, of course, because otherwise it'd be weird. But yeah, so we basically she took down her little bubble, her little corner of her room, the tape that was in her corner. She removed it, which was great. It was like a new beginning, turning over a new leaf for her. She was finally not scared of her own students in school, which was great. So yeah, and she gave us an exam today, 113 questions on her or something like that. It was completely stupid, but I'm so glad to be out of her class. And then honestly, like I said, this year weightlifting was for sure the best class I had. I don't know if the robotics teacher really likes me anymore because I just got out of his class, like, without even telling him, and the teacher's so weird. He's a liberal. He's very, very odd, and everyone pretty much in the school, whether they're a liberal or not, agrees with me on that. So, but overall, I mean, robotics, the reason why is just because I love weightlifting so much more than robotics. I don't mind robotics, I just don't care to learn any of it. It's cool, I guess, but it's not my thing. I prefer actual physical activity rather than just being on a computer, which is kind of funny that I play video games so much. But you know, I like a balance. I like a nice balance. But yeah, so weightlifting for sure. There were I made some friends in weightlifting, like mainly Brady and Ryland. They were a lot of fun. I like, because Brady was playing, like, he's been playing Minecraft Pocket Edition on his phone, of course, and he's been asking me, like, we got nicknames for each other. He's been asking me, like, oh, how do you find lapis lazuli or lapis, or I'm telling him that's what it's called. And so it's pretty fun, you know. It's pretty funny. He brought his Xbox controller in class to play Pocket Edition while everyone else was working, so it was kind of funny. But yeah, overall, there were a lot of moments this year that were just unforgettable. Like, they were just great moments. Well, not all of them were great, of course. You know, you're gonna have bad moments within, because we started the school year on August 31st. So, of course, August 31st to June 3rd. So, a pretty decent amount of time. But you gotta keep in mind, though, we were off for, like, I would say in total, we were off for an extra, probably 2.5 months, I would say. So we left off. We didn't go to school like 2.5 months that we should have gone to school because of quarantining and getting shut down and getting kicked out of school and stuff like that and all that completely stupid stuff. So overall, because we got off for like 2 weeks every single time. And it literally happened like 5 times. And then we got off one time for literally like a month and a half back in December and January. So overall, this year definitely was not bad, especially once because I went to early bird weightlifting. I'll never forget. I developed a pretty good relationship with my weightlifting teacher, actually. It was pretty cool. We talked about Marvel a little bit because I always wear like superhero shirts there, and yeah, there were definitely a lot of moments this year that I'll never forget. Me and Beaston, hopefully this July 9th, are going to see Black Widow together in theaters, because it's going to be the first time I've gone to a theater since 2019, August, which the last movie I saw in theaters was Far From Home. So it's a long time. Also, how many of you guys are excited, like, blown out of the water, excited for No Way Home? Like, I cannot wait for that. Tobey Maguire, please be coming back. And even Andrew Garfield. I don't know, there's a lot of leaks going around. So if I had to rate this year out of 10, I think I would honestly rate it probably an there was a lot of stupidity this year, I will say that. A lot of stupidity. Still didn't get a girlfriend this year. Every year I'm like, oh, this is gonna be the year, and then you know, literally I've been saying that to myself since, well, for 3 years now. But yeah, so I don't really care though for the time. It'd be nice to get a girlfriend, mainly just to record videos with. Like, or just watch movies, watch Guardians of the Galaxy together. That'd be amazing. Just the simple things, honestly, is what I want. But overall, I'd probably give this year a 7.5 or an 8 out of 10, honestly. The whole COVID thing, all that in general, just really did make the year worse than it could have been. But overall, the weightlifting class and just the friendships that I made and the relationships I made this year were honestly saved the year, to be honest, man. And there were a couple well-needed breaks in between with the whole quarantine stuff as well. But overall, if you guys are out of school now as well, tell me in the comments how you viewed this year. Was it your favorite? Was it a good year compared to the rest of the years, compared to previous years, I guess, or not? But anyways, yeah, anyways, I don't know when I'm going back to school, probably in September or late August again, but yeah. Anyways, more videos coming soon, guys. Hopefully got a 1-hour landing coming out soon in Fortnite, because the new season comes out soon. But peace out, guys.